Hey everybody, wherever whenever you're watching from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we're back in Neural Cloud for another Exception Protocol Advancement for Season 84. From this season's character pool, I'll be taking Darkstar Hubble, Taisch, Turing, Milau, Helix, Puzzle, Nora, and Dish of Naya.
正しい軌道へと連れて行ってくれるの。
For protocols, we'll be taking Chaos Matrix and War Rage on all levels.
この手で取り除こう。
Our first layer takes us to Enigma Sector, and for our functions, we're going to focus on the specialist function sets since we're running mostly specialists this time around. And for our pathing, we've got... Okay, so we're going to take this anomaly area over here, through this anomaly area, through this advanced zone, through this intermediate zone elevator, through this intermediate zone elevator, through this advanced zone, through this anomaly area, through this anomaly area, through this functional library elevator, through this intermediate zone. So we'll start over on the top line. And let's put Helix on the Herb tile here. We'll put Milau on the Trojan tile. Let's have Nora on the board first. And also Puzzle. We'll put Puzzle on the other Trojan tile. And I guess that works.
軌道に。で、もう上がってよかと。
Okay, and here I'm going to lock the turrets and we'll ignore the rest. Let's take this intermediate zone here. And let's put Milau on the Trojan tile. Puzzle's fine on the debuff immunity tile. We'll put Helix on the Herb tile. We'll put Nora over here, then we'll put Darkstar Hubble over here.
すべての次のストーリーの素材ゲットたい。
Okay, and we'll ignore these. Let's take this function library. And we're gonna discard these. Nothing there that's worth keeping. We'll take this anomaly area. And let's take both of these negative protocols. So that gave us layered hash rate and hash rate energy. Is that even... Are both of those cards even here? Okay. Layered hash rate is not even in the pool. So we're going to get rid of that. As for the other one, so hash rate energy is right here. So we'll be able to take that. Actually, is the pool right now the expanded pool? No, it's the normal pool. Okay. And let's take... It should be right. Yeah, hash rate energy is right there. Let's take this anomaly area here. And we're gonna sell residue extraction and vulnerability exploit. Let's take this advanced zone here. Helix on the Herb tile. We'll put Milau over here. Puzzle's fine where she is.
すべてので、もう上がってよかと。
And we'll pick these up. Snowman's Curse. We're not... So we're running the summon specialists. We're not the dodge specialists. Although vulnerability fix could be useful anyway. So I'm gonna lock that. And let's take this intermediate zone here. We'll put Puzzle in front of Patience. Put Nova in front of the Defender.
軌道に。次のストーリーの素材ゲットたい。
And here, we're gonna ignore these. Let's go up to this intermediate zone here.
出発。で、もう上がってよかと。
And we're gonna take both of these protocols here. Skip these, and let's go back down to this advanced zone here.
さあ。次のストーリーの素材 ゲットタイ
Pick this up. Flaming Haste. Not particularly useful, but it's okay. I'll skip these and then we'll take this anomaly area here. And we've got Fragile Label, which we're going to sell. And Feeble Flame Proliferation. We're not running any of the Pyro team characters, so we're gonna ignore that. And let's take this anomaly area here. +1. Take this recovery area. We're gonna upgrade hash rate energy right now. And let's take this output terminal. Let's put Helix on the herb tile. Put Mila over here. Actually, we can do it this way.
さあ分割ってやつね でもう上がってよかと
And we'll pick both of these particles up. This one is not a root particle, but usually this means that the boss is Entropic Wisdom, but we'll see. And we're at 288 now, so I can buy Vulnerability Fix and Deterrence as well.
次の
Our second layer takes us to Copley Sector, and for our pathing, rather, we'll take either of these elementary zones through this elementary zone elevator, through the support doll area, through this anomaly area, through this anomaly area elevator, through this elementary zone, through this elementary zone, through this intermediate zone, through this intermediate zone. So we'll start over on this top line again. We'll put Mila over here just before the super armor tile, and we can keep Puzzle here. Nora is fine on the sniper tile. And no one really needs to be on the flash attack tile, so we can just ignore that.
すべてのでもう上がってよかと
We'll take hash rate stacking here, and we'll take this intermediate zone. Same layout.
次のストーリーの素材ゲットタイ
And we'll take floating shot. But take this intermediate zone here.
起動でもう上がってよかと
And here we do have the option of taking Icy Tsunami for the shield status. And the extra ult skill meter, which is fine, I guess. So I'm actually going to take this. And we're going to ignore this one so that we can take both of the anomaly areas here. So we'll take this elementary zone here. We'll put Helix on the herb tile. And let's put Puzzle over here. We'll put Mila on the other side. Nora on the sniper tile. And we'll take the upgrade to hash rate energy. Let's take this elementary zone here. Mila just before the super armor tile.
起動次のストーリーの素材ゲットタイ
And, ooh, diversified investment and faded confrontation. Okay. That makes things a bit trickier. We can't do the full specialist team. We might have to drop characters. Let's take Beacon Boost here. We'll ignore these. And then let's take this anomaly area. This one. Take the other anomaly area. For another +1. And then let's take this support doll area. Now for the support doll, the pool has once again not changed. Although if we're using... but Suyo is not that fast. I was thinking maybe we could run Suyoi instead of the specialist team. So I could just run Helix, Milao, and Suyoi by themselves. But that's not really a fast clear. Take this elementary zone here. Then instead of Puzzle, we'll have Milao over here. And then I think for now, we don't have to use Darkstar Hubble. We'll keep using Nora instead. Although in this case, I think I have to move over here instead.
すべての金額はコンクを通過せずでもう上がってよかと
And we are going to skip these. And we can take either of these elementary zones, it doesn't really matter.
出発するぞ 次のストーリーの素材ゲットたい
And we can take both of these. And let's take vulnerability fix once again and ignore the rest. For our recovery area, we're gonna upgrade. Maybe upgrade here. I think we upgrade. Actually, hold on. Maybe we upgrade vulnerability fix instead. And let's take this out the terminal. Actually, is it possible that Darkstar Hobble can just do this on her own rather than have Nora do it? Nora over here. She likes on the hurt tile. Darkstar Hobble and the sniper tile.
出発するぞ光とて逃れられはしない
Ow.
星雲が
Well,
散ってゆく
I mean, Nora beats this, surely.
ブラックホールは全てを飲み込むわ
Okay, we can upgrade hypothermic wasting here, and then we'll skip the rest.
で
Our third layer takes us to PR Dissector, and for our pathing, we've got... Okay, so either way, I'm gonna end up avoiding this advanced zone over here. So we'll take this advanced zone over here through this function library elevator, through this intermediate zone, through this intermediate zone, through this anomaly area elevator, through this advanced zone, through this function library, through this intermediate zone elevator, through this anomaly area, through this intermediate zone elevator, through this intermediate zone. So we'll start over on this second line. That gives us two advanced zones since we end up avoiding this one. I'm gonna sell one of my assist functions. Okay, PR the sector is very painful. Especially the kind of team composition I have right now. I kind of need some sort of support for Darkstar Hobble still, so we're gonna end up eating the penalty from diversified investment here for 10% max HP and damage reduction. But I think Darkstar Hobble is just gonna get going faster anyway. I hope.
軌道に散らばる星屑をこの手ビクトワートタル
Milo took a lot of a lot of damage there. We're gonna skip those. Let's take this intermediate zone here.
さあムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい
Okay, and then we're gonna skip these. Let's take this intermediate zone here.
出発ムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい大成功だったじゃない
Okay, and then let's take hash rate stacking once again. And here we'll take this anomaly area. Nice. Got the most cash coins we can get there. And then, if I remember correctly, supposed to go this way. So we'll take this intermediate zone here. I might have to plant them at the back here, actually.
最善を尽くすわ
I have to crack. I have to use a Mila ult right
さ
away.
あムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい思う存分食べてな忘れ去った記憶を星空に
We're
留
gonna
めて
skip
おけ
these. And then we'll take this function library here. We're gonna discard these. And let's take this advanced zone. Will she survive? That's the question. I don't know if she'll survive this.
さあムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだいごめんなさいみんな
No. What if we do this?
すべてのムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだいまだ
Nope, that's not gonna work.
思う存分食べてない
The max HP reduction is really painful, but I'd have to use puzzle instead.
Hikari とて逃れられはしない
That's not gonna work.
軌道に散らばる星屑をこの手で光とて逃れられはし星雲
Maybe it needs to be Mila.
ムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい
Oh, she dies before. Okay, there's some level dies before she manages to use her auto skill, even after I give her battery.
星雲かさあ星雲
Oh, I need someone to actually take the purger hit.
出発するムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい光とて逃れられはしないここで行き止まりブラックホールは全てを飲み込むわ遅かれ早かれね
We managed to get a bit of HP there. Taisch died for it, but that's fine. We can just put her back on the bench. Let's take this area here. Oh, we lost cash coins there. It's unfortunate. And let's take this intermediate zone here. Can we drop Taisch? I think I have to put puzzle on the board.
出発するムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい
We need to save Mela. She needs to stay alive so that she actually benefits from Helix's post-battle healing.
軌道に散るムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい その体の秘密全部暴いてやるムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい
Is that too much? Is that too much ult meter spent on one fight? We'll take this. And then... Actually, before we take this intermediate zone, maybe I should roll down. Try and complete some of our sets here. Okay, there's sufficient allocation. That should help with the healing a bit. Take Freezing Strike. Little suppression. Turns. I could use some of the Swift Crackdown stuff. Okay, Freezing Strike again. Frozen Stiff. Kindled Militants. Fast Prep. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna lock Fast Prep here. And let's take this intermediate zone here. Yeah. Puzzle's a liability now.
軌道に散らばる星屑をこの手で取り除こう星雲がまだ
But we need a body to take some of the Purger hits.
全ての真ん中は根空を通過せざるべからず星雲
Yeah, I spent too much ult meter on that one fight. Dishwork?
軌道に散らばる星屑をこの手で取り除こうごめん思わず星雲か
No, they die before Derek Sarhabla can do her nuke.
さてさて次のモデルは誰かな壊れる瞬間って忘れ去った記憶を
He survived.
星空に留めておける
But we have like no HP. Still can't take fast prep here. Take this functional library. And we'll discard these. And we have to take this advance so we can get the assist function. Although I don't really know what to do with the other side. Or I guess we can put Mila back and I have ult meter to use to work with.
軌道に散らムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい星雲か出発するのムカつくやつね邪魔しない
He like still died.
ムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい星雲さあムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだい光とて逃れられはしない ブラックホール
I
は
don't
全
think
てを飲み
Helix
込む
Heal registered on that last
遅
second
か
there.
れ早かれね
But we got past that, so that's nice. We're still gonna have to keep this locked. And then for the recovery area, let's see, what do we want to upgrade here? What's the card that I didn't take? Cold Snap's not super important. We definitely want to upgrade efficient allocation here, I think. And let's take this output terminal. Ooh. Now, a bit tricky. But I'm gonna put this on auto ultimate actually, and we'll see what the computer does. But the computer's probably gonna be better at microing this faster than I can, so
出発光とムカつくやつね邪魔しないでちょうだいその体のムカつくやつね忘れ去った記憶を
that works.
星空に留めておけ
That
る
works fine. Okay, so we can take fast prep, we'll upgrade floating shot, and now we upgrade our deck size. So we have a deck size of 16 plus the 3 assist functions, so 19, which is under average or below average for advanced, which is not great. Our max points is not looking good. Take in the Middletons here. Take fast prep. And we're still missing a few cards, but the function pool this season is smaller, so we should not have that hard of a time actually getting everything we need. I hope. Right? Surely we get everything. Right? Game? My god, where are the cards, bro? Okay, there's sufficient allocation. I am missing Total Suppression, Kindled Militants, Frozen Stiff twice, one more Floating Shot, Shadowy Evasion, and Global Protection. So on the bright side, at least the ones I'm missing I can get at gold quality, mostly. It's just a matter of them actually showing up. Really hoping in that 30% to kick in there. Is the game really not gonna give it? Okay, there's one. Is the game really not gonna give me the last 2 cards I need, brother? Oh no. It's really not gonna give it to me, huh? Okay, there's global protection, thank god. So efficiency accumulation is nice, but all gold. I might have to give up on Frozen Stiff. Total Suppression, maybe we can try for a bit more. Also Shadow Evasion, like that one we should get. Okay, I think it's time to call it quits on the others. So we'll take NKLO here. Of course you give me when I need 2 copies of this. I'm gonna take Overdrive Preset or Judgment. Usually... Huh, we did get Root Protocols for Judgment. Okay. So we have to worry about the spin. So we can try to stun him before he spins. Take a function that does nothing. There's Shadowy Evasion. That's what I was looking for. We're gonna drop Total Suppression for that. And then we have one more card. We're gonna drop Floating Shot here. And we're gonna take Pain Resistance, which doesn't do anything, but at least we guarantee the 19 gold functions we have for max points. Max function points for our run. And Judgment. Yeah, usually Belligerence Unleashed is usually for Entropic Wisdom, so the fact that it's Judgment is a bit concerning. Now, I could be greedy here and just ignore the penalty of diversified investment and just run like the full full specialist and maximize our specialist functions. And honestly, I'm totally down to do that. Would this work? Let's try this first, right? We'll put it on auto scale and auto ultimate. We don't really have anyone that needs to be microed here, so we'll just let the computer do its thing. Seven? Okay, he didn't spin. He didn't spin, so that was good. Could I have done better though? Actually, could I have done better if I used like maybe I used Milao and then Turing instead of Nora? Would it have been better? Here's the question. Because that was 7 seconds earlier, right? Let's see.
Taisch, 光とて逃れ
9 seconds? Oh, that was worse. That was worse. Huh? Okay. Yeah, I guess we're running Nora and Puzzle again.
Taisch, 光とての
Hold on. Sorry. Try that again. Something popped up mid-fight.
Taisch, 光とての
Yeah. We'll keep that. We'll keep that.
Black hole は全てを飲み込むわ。遅かれ早かれね。
Okay. 1,325. See where that puts us on the leaderboard. And that puts us number 1. But this is day 1. This is actually like hour 1 or like almost first 2 hours. So we'll see if anyone else catches up to this score. They probably will. But for now, I guess we have the top score at the very beginning. But that was a very greedy setup of like risking the minus with 4 specialists with diversified investment. That's minus 20% max HP and damage. But trying to run like Mila on the board to reduce the damage penalty. Well, we did try, and then it got like it got a 9-second clear instead of a 7-second clear, so it was sort of worse. But maybe if I brought like a sniper and a warrior instead. Although this pool's sniper and warriors don't really mesh well with this team, so it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. We'll take it. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Wherever, whenever you're watching from, have a good night, take care, and thanks for watching.